All right. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, May 6th, and just want to welcome everyone to our team call. It's a combined call this week, so we've got two couple teams here joining together for a big call. We're going to jump right into it. I'm going to do a little recognition. Last week was the end of the month, so we want to recognize those with Success Club points. So we had Dan Berry with 13, Beth with 12, Glenn with 7, Gretchen with 6, Tina with 6. That's Tina Sparks. Kay Lowe, Kristen Lopez had 6. That was a name I just made up. That was cute, wasn't it? Moppy had 6 points. And then we had some Success Club earners on the team, which were just short. A couple of you were 1 point away from hitting Success Club. But we had Mark Lodato, Heather Haydu, Jen Novak, Stacy Francisco, Jill Berry, a.k.a. Dan Berry, Peyton Riley, and Kristen Rogers. And then Alicia was on there too. So we're going to go ahead tonight. You guys, if you saw the event, which most of you probably did, I'm going to have Gretchen talk to us tonight about an event that is near and dear to her heart. So I'm going to unmute you, Gretchen, and you can take on. Okay, you are unmuted.
Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Can you hear me? Okay. You guys saw the event page. Some of you were there last year. 2 years ago, August, who knew? Put us in a whirlwind, drug-induced coma. It was a long, extremely long journey. And there is pretty much no medical reason that she is where she is today. So the PICU sends my daughter home with me. What am I supposed to do for the PICU? They have no fundraiser themselves. The hospital has numerous fundraisers within them. The PICU, Pediatric Intensive Care Unit, is where we stayed for 7 weeks. They have nothing. So what else do I do while I sit there is I decide I'm going to do a 5K. Did this all on my own last year. 275 participants. I was awake at 3 o'clock that morning because the weather was horrible. But because someone was in our corner, we had a gorgeous day, and we raised just shy of $17,000 for the PICU last year. Well, we had corporate sponsors to do the expense portion of paying the race team and doing the t-shirts and stuff like that. And they were friends of friends of friends of friends because this was something that this was new. So this year I'm wondering, now we have also turned it into a 5K, 10K, and 15K. There were people there who came just to run the race, who had no connection to us, who found it on active.com. And they were like, I've never been on the towpath. This is great. If this gets bigger, I'm coming back. So there are 3 separate races this year. And how cool would it be for Beachbody to be the corporate sponsor? And I'm treading water through this as we go. And what I'm looking to do is, as coaches, as us, as coaches, as a unity group, it is a tax write-off for us. And you're all sitting there going, how does it help you? Swag bags. Everybody gets swag bags when they come to this. And whatever you would decide, if 10 coaches participate, give $100 or whatever we decide wants to happen. We would divide up however many participants by whoever decided, yeah, they want to participate, your information goes into these swag bags. There is advertising. Advertising will be in the Beacon Journal. It'll be event sponsored by Beachbody. This is all in talking mode with you guys. And when I went to Glenn and Beth and talked to them, what I want you guys to do, if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down for you guys, because Glenn does nothing during the day, if you would message him and let him know, except to hide from clowns, if you can let him know your thoughts. That way I won't know if, you gave it thumbs up or thumbs down, if you want to participate or don't participate. You're not hurting my feelings. You're not doing anything. I am not in my business yet where I can say, oh, Gretchen's Beachbody business can sponsor this all the way. Not there yet. Next year, yes. This year, collaborative effort. So that is it. That is what I'm looking to do. I think it'd be a cool thing with exercise and the whole 9 yards. I see a Shakeology bar set up at the end for people to try and to sample. And friends and family of your guys can help run that. There'll be shirts. You guys can ask me a couple questions. Not that I want this to drag on, but this is where we're at.
Yep, go ahead.
I think another way too, we would have our names and whatever in the swag bags, but we'd also be promoting this on Facebook, that like our team is sponsoring this 5K. I mean, it's just, there's publicity, not just at the race, like Gretchen said.
Correct.
Have an ad in the Beacon, and so you could promote it on your own too, like something that our team is doing,
Right.
which I think is cool. So
yeah, and there would be advertising for us as a team or Beachbody. We haven't really figured that all out yet, but we would have the head spot on the back of the T-shirt where it would say, but I think more importantly, thinking of it from an individual perspective, how's this going to help me? Like Gretchen was saying, what we would do is however many of us can donate or are willing to donate, we would just take the number of participants in the race and we would just have flyers with each of our individual information on each, on the flyer. And let's just say there was 100 participants, and I'll keep it simple here, and 5 of us decided to donate. Then basically, each person would get their name in 20 different bags, but they're expecting well over 300 people. Is that right, Gretchen?
Yeah, we had 275 and we're looking to at least double that from last year because we're increasing the races. Yes.
Right. So it is an opportunity to, I know some of us pay for Facebook likes, some of us pay for other types of advertising. So if you're looking at it from a business perspective, if $120, gets you access to, 50 people or 30 to 50 people who are active, who are already, exercising, then, and have an interest in it, then I think that we can definitely get some return on your investment. So, but does anyone else have any questions? If so, I think you'll be able to unmute yourself. Dan, do you have something? Or was that an itch?
I have a question. Since I'm so far away, how can I help? Like, can I talk some friends into it up there, or just donate and share it on Facebook, or?
Yeah, and you would still have whatever you want to put, a flyer or a business card or whatever with your name on it. So those people, as we can coach people from anywhere.
Right.
So you could still get the customers. I mean, you don't have to be here for it. You don't have to, but you could still be promoting it on your page, inviting some of your friends to it here. But
because I have some friends that are runners that might be interested in actually running it. So
Well, there you
okay.
go.
Yeah, and that would be awesome as well. And we'll be, like last year, this was right after Gretchen and I first met, and she was in one of my challenge groups, and then she said, hey, this might be something you'd be interested in. I posted it on my Facebook page, just the event itself. I mean, obviously we weren't sponsoring it, but you know, my whole family ran it. All 3 of my kids beat me in it, which was like, but a lot of, you know, some of our friends, same thing, like, oh yeah, okay, a 5K that's local. So we definitely, whether we sponsor it or not, we'll definitely be promoting it as well. But we just thought, I mean, we really do need the way we were breaking it down, if we got 25 of us to each give $120, that would cover the big, huge, like the main sponsor.
Okay.
And, you know, we know that that may or may not happen. If some people want to give $50, then, you know, maybe they won't get as many, like Gretchen said, we'll divide it up. So if you could give $100 and someone else could give 10, then you're going to get maybe 20 bags and the other person's going to get 5, you know.
Right.
I mean, we'll have to divide it up even, or, you know, so it's fair. But I mean, we had a great time last year.
It's a great
definitely.
event. I mean, if you are local and you can make it to the event, number one, we'd love to have you there representing the team, and so you can connect with people. But number two, it's an awesome event to participate in as well. So I think.
And when is the date for that?
September 20th. It's a Sunday.
That might be doable. September is slow season for me, so let's make that a goal.
There
You
you
could
go.
come home. You could come
Let's
say
make that
hi.
a goal.
All right. Well, thank you, Gretchen, for going over that for us. And like she said, if you have any questions or you want to commit to that, I'm going to post something in the team page, and you can just message me. You know, we're not going to really share. You know, I mean, eventually you guys would probably find out who donated or whatever. That's obvious, but you know, we're not going to share or try to pinpoint people or anything. So there's no pressure on you guys. It's just a good cause and a great reason to get out and help a PICU. All right. So we've got Dan, you're up next to tell us about the specials and then talk about the 3-day refresh and what you're thinking and your ideas behind utilizing that program.
Yeah, thanks. Well, first, Gretchen, let me just say thanks for sharing your story. And I know you probably could use an hour to actually share it the way that you really want to. And if you guys haven't read the article yet from last year, you know, go on the event page and read that. And definitely tonight, tomorrow, pray about it. And it is a great opportunity. And like Glenn and Beth said, it'd be great to get 25 coaches and actually have that as a team event. And you know, I think that's definitely worth lifting up in prayer and would be a great cause. So consider that. My role in the call tonight is to talk about the May specials and kind of how to use them and obviously just update you on what's going on. Sometimes there's so many different specials that you can get lost in the mix. And I want to kind of give you some tips on how to approach certain products because you can't always promote every single one. And I think that's the key to remember is know about them all because you're going to come across people who may be interested in one, but maybe single out 1 or 2 that are really working for you or that you really connect with that you can really focus on. And, you know, Jill and I have this motto right now, focus on one thing and do it really well. And I kind of have that same theory with these challenge packs. So I'm going to give you all of them. I'm going to run them down. And I'm going to tell you how I'm using the one that's working for me right now, as you probably have seen me talk about it a lot. So first, let's go down the list, starting from the 140 challenge packs. You may have seen Body Beast is the challenge pack this month, which unless, you know, maybe you haven't done it, there's a lot of people in our group who have. Body Beast is an amazing program. I didn't give it enough credit until I actually started doing it. I kept seeing everybody talk about it, Scott and Chad and Christine and Glenn and Heather and Beto, Kalo, I mean, all these people talking about Body Beast, Beth. And until I actually did it, I really didn't appreciate it as much. If you haven't done Body Beast, I highly recommend that you try it. And don't be afraid to recommend that program to people because there's plenty of people on our team who are going to give them awesome support and encouragement. Also at the 140 is PIO. Again, it's running season, so it's a great program to offer to runners. And that will obviously be a program if we do get involved in a Sparkle run that would be worth putting at the forefront as we talk about that going through the summer. The 180 challenge packs, and these are all discounted from their original price. So the 180 challenge pack is Insanity Max and the PiYo Kickstart challenge pack. And I'll tell you what, I'm really loving the whole concept of the Kickstart challenge pack. If you can find a way to promote those, the Kickstart, if you don't know, that means you get the program, you get the 3-day refresh, which is the Kickstart part, and then you get 30 days of Shakeology. And now the added bonus on every challenge pack is the fact that you get 30 days to the club membership free, which includes the Beachbody On Demand. And that is just an added bonus on all of them. So don't forget that that is part of it. The next challenge pack that's available is the Insanity Max 30 Kickstart. And that's at $220, and that's down from $245. And then you have the Ultimate Reset Challenge Pack at $275, down from $305. And I know Lester has been putting a big focus on the Ultimate Reset. So, and speaking of which, Glenn and Beth, I would love for you guys to talk with Lester because he's got a couple questions on how the Ultimate Reset works because he's got a lot of interest. And then obviously keep in mind that July size comes out. So keep talking about that. And don't forget that we have a Club Kickstart Challenge Pack. And the Club Kickstart is the 3-day refresh, 90 days of the club membership, and your 30 days of Shakeology. Okay, and the reason that the club membership challenge pack is so valuable, I think, is it's at $180. Sorry, it's $180 for the Kickstart. Normally it's $140 without the Kickstart. So at $180, you're getting all the programs that are on Beachbody On Demand. And if you've noticed, they added a lot of programs to the library. If you haven't been back there lately, get back to. They have all the classic programs, Power Half Hour, a lot of the Tony in Hawaii. I can't even remember the name of it, but they have a ton of the classic programs. If you want to see where Beachbody truly started, go back and look at what they have on demand right now. But they added programs to the purchased programs. If you don't know what purchased programs are, that means that if you buy the DVDs or have bought the DVDs in the past, you get that program digitally streamed with your club membership. And the ones that they added this month are the ones that are the challenge pack promotion. So Insanity Max, Body Beast, and then they also added P90 as well as a couple others. But those are the 3 big ones that they've added, and that's in addition to T25, 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, some of these bigger programs. And I'm telling you what, that is a great perk. Like that I don't have to take Body Beast to the gym anymore. I just pull it up on demand because I have it. So that Club Start Challenge Pack, if they're paying for that 90 days, they're going to have that in the purchase programs, anything that they've had, which is another thing that makes the Body Beast Challenge Pack valuable. So talking about all those, see, now, like I told you when I first started, there's a ton of them. You really cannot focus on every single one of those. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy, but you do need to know about them. If this is your business, you need to know what your business has to offer somebody. There's one other savings that I want to talk about as I lead into what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the 3-day refresh briefly because I don't want to take up too much time. But this month, starting right now, the end of the day today, the complete refresh kit is at $59.85. So that's a $10 savings compared to what it normally is. The kit without Shakeology, so that's a 3-day refresh without Shakeology. It means if somebody already has Shakeology at home, they don't need to buy the 3 packs of it. It's $54.85, which is a $5 savings. Okay. So how am I using a refresh? If you guys didn't see, I just did the refresh last weekend, and I once again had great results. The second time I've done it this year. The first time I did, I lost 6 pounds. It got me down to about 203 pounds. And this time when I started the program, I was at 203 pounds. So a lot of people will be like, yeah, but you put that back on. And I've even been doing Body Beast. And I know that I'm gaining muscle. So I can see the fact that my body is trimming down fat while gaining muscle. I lost 8 pounds this weekend, which is too much in my mind for me. I didn't need to lose 8 pounds, didn't want to lose 8 pounds, but I did. And the fact is, if you're looking for a kickstart in your fitness or weight loss, the 3-day refresh will give you results if you follow it the way that it was meant to be followed. So my message that is going to be tonight, because I've lost that 8 pounds, lost another inch in my waist, what do you think I'm doing? whether I wanted to lose that 8 pounds or not, I lost it. So what am I doing? I'm talking about it. I've posted it on Facebook. I made a video. I've also sent out a mass email with my Automatic CEO to all my customers with a video talking about my results. I sent out a mass email to my boot campers talking about how much I lost, because everybody is interested in hearing about how to lose 8 pounds in 3 days. So you have to have confidence in talking about a product. And the best way to do that is to actually do the program and have a story. Now, for a lot of us, if we're doing Body Beast, we got to wait 90 days to tell that full story. If you're doing 21-day fix, you still have to wait 3 weeks to tell that full story. If you do the 3-day refresh, you have to wait 3 days to tell that whole story, and you can document it those entire 3 days while people are watching and engaged. So I'm using the 3-day refresh, and I recommend to you, consider doing it if you have not done it, and make sure that you talk about it every day. Talk about how you're feeling. Talk about what you're doing. Talk about what you're eating. Talk about why you're doing it. Talk about, but the point is, it's only 3 days, okay? So I was telling, I think, Lester earlier today, and I was telling a couple other people, when we are approaching a customer, we're trying to get them involved in a 30-day accountability group. And we prefer that they buy, and I'm going to talk business here, okay? So we prefer that they buy a challenge pack, because it gets us 2 Success Club points. It gets us, let's say, 21-day fix. It gets us a $50 commission. And when we make that $50 commission, we feel like that justifies a little bit of the fact that we're going to coach them for the next 30 days and help them get those results, okay? But then you always have those customers who say, you know what, 21-day fix is what I really want. I don't think I want to do the Shakeology. And there's part of you inside, it's like, oh, son of a gun. And you're like, but we're coaches, and we want to do what's right for our customers. So we're like, that's fine. Get started with your exercise. But you also know in the back of your head, you're going to make $15 on that 21-day fix, and you're going to be coaching them for the next 30 days. And it'll probably be 30 days before you can even approach them about another purchase of something else. Program-wise, you can obviously start talking Shakeology, but if they didn't do it at that point, they're going to wait at least at 30 days. So now you have invested a lot of time and a lot of effort for $15 to coach them. And obviously you're doing it with multiple people, so that starts to add up. But wouldn't it be nice if it was always the challenge pack? So when you start to talk about the 3-day refresh challenge pack, which, by the way, is always $160, so that's the 3-day refresh plus Shakeology plus the club membership. Now, if you're putting all your effort into trying to sell them a 3-day refresh challenge pack, and you run a 3-day challenge group, or let's even say you extend it and make it 7 days, you do a 7-day challenge group, and they buy 3-day refresh, you made a $50 commission on a 7-day challenge group or a 3-day. And if they are one of those people who say, you know what, I would rather just do the refresh, you can say, you know what, that's great. I totally understand. Make sure you do it with the Shakeology. You're going to make $18 to $20 on that sale, but it's still only for 3 days. And then when they're done, you get to say, look at the results that you got in those 3 days. Why would you not want to at least consider going with Shakeology and keep fueling your body with the things that is going to allow you to continue that success and make sure that you keep those results? So now you've cut down that time where you don't have to wait 30 days to talk to them about the next step. You can get them results in 3 days and say, hey, let's look at this seriously. You had great results. Let's keep this going. And then that is a great jumpstart into a program or another challenge pack. Say they do the 3-day refresh only. Now you can bring out the 21-day fix challenge pack, and you have the program and Shakeology.
Yeah.
So just ways to look at it and make sure you focus on one thing. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I think those are all excellent points. I do like the idea about the challenge pack, $160 with the free 30 days of the club membership, because that program that, you know, the three of us, Dan, Beth, and I put together for the people to do the different programs, to get experience of different programs. I was talking with Jamie Buran last night. She was in that group, and she didn't share this with us. She's quieter, but she lost 11 inches in the first 3 weeks doing the Beachbody On Demand in that workout routine that we came up with. So
That's awesome.
I'm not giving it credit to us by any means, but it's just, you know, those programs, I don't know, I guess there is some science or some, you know, just focusing on that is great in that program that we put together. This is a point I wanted to make. The program we put together is going to get people results. Okay. So if you have somebody that gets the 3-day refresh challenge pack, I think that's an excellent way to market that is, okay, you get the 3-day refresh, you get 30 days of the on-demand, you're given a custom program that will allow you to experience all the different trainers, so then you can decide which program you want to buy at the end of those 30 days. So I don't know, just a little.
Yeah, and I got good feedback on that schedule as well.
Right. Okay. So Beth now is going to talk about,
In 1 minute.
in 1 minute, she's going to talk about state of mind.
Hey, this is the big call. I think if we go a few minutes over, we'll be okay.
Right. We'll be fine.
Well, I don't have to take a lot of time. I just want to remind you guys that your own mindset and your own enthusiasm is definitely going to carry over into your business. So if you stop talking with enthusiasm or with confidence in Beachbody products, then you're going to stop producing. And I think it's just good to remind ourselves, like, why do we love Shakeology so much? And why do we love these programs? If we can be like, I mean, Glenn and I talk about this all the time because he's not a very enthusiastic person, or he doesn't come across that way. But people, that is what attracts people. You know, if you're talking about Shakeology, and I think, and I'm bad about this because I'm like, well, you can always just get the program. Like, I don't want to lose the sale. But yet, if you talk to like Glenn's success partner, Christy, she gets like 14 Success Club points a month, and then
26 a month.
Yeah, and then like 14 in her husband's business center. But she just makes it a note, like, you get the challenge pack. That's what you get, because Shakeology is the cornerstone of success, and there's no reason not to get it. And we were talking with our neighbor the other day, and she said, I just tell people, if you want to be in the challenge group, then you have to do Shakeology, because the people that don't do Shakeology aren't going to see the results as quick, and they are going to, they're going to get discouraged, where everyone else that is on Shakeology is just moving right along and seeing results and feeling great and feeling more energy. And I think it's just important to remember, like, what do you love about these products, whatever program, whatever supplement you take, and then just share that with people and be enthusiastic about it, be passionate about it. Because you're talking to people that have hopefully have started to trust you by you developing a relationship with you. I know some people you might just be reaching out to like on a whim, and that may take time, but just remember why you love these products to begin with, and definitely share stories, success stories, like, hey, so-and-so had diabetes, and we saw it work for them. We've seen it lower cholesterol. Like, it's not just, when you're sharing the Shakeology aspect, it's not just a weight loss shake. It's not a protein drink. There's definite long-term benefits to being on Shakeology. And I always go back to the Shay Stanford talks. She's talked on the Wake Up Call, and she's talked on the Summit. You can find it all in the Beachbody podcast. But if you're having trouble sharing Shakeology, go back and listen to those, because she's one where it changed her life. And it's easy for her to share because she loves it and she thinks everyone in the world should do it. So just stay positive. I know lately I've been getting told no a ton, and I've been selling just programs, even though I'm pushing the challenge packs. And it's easy to kind of get like, oh, this is so hard. But just know that if you stay positive, people do, they're going to come back around. And I think the challenge groups themselves, we do need to be better about posting Shakeology recipes as much as we're posting food recipes, so people again see like, oh wow, they really do, they're drinking this every day, and that does look good. And just keep sharing it and being positive.
Yeah, and I think it's important that if we stress to people, listen, you're making an investment, and maybe even upfront before you even present their options to purchase. You say, listen, you're going to be making an investment of your time, your hard work and efforts, your money, your discipline and nutrition. This is for you. You're going to be making an investment in you. And Shakeology is one tool that needs to be included in that. And I think if we're just more proactive about it, and if we're just more matter of fact about it, I mean, we can literally say that we've helped hundreds, if not over 1,000 people now, over the past 4 years of me being a coach, and you guys are all part of my team or our team. So we can say collectively as a team, we've seen Shakeology help hundreds, if not over 1,000 people, without a doubt. I mean, that's an easy equation. I probably could even say thousands of people. And, just having that confidence and carrying that confidence with us, is definitely going to get us far. As with people drinking or continuing to take the Shakeology. But yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought. So, but yeah, do you guys, to sum that all up, it's really amazing to me too. I mean, we saw Moppy post her story this past week as far as getting her Success Club points, and it came down to the last 2 days of the month in order for her to achieve that. And I had to reach out to Moppy and just, ask and talk to her a little bit more in detail. And it was just her state of mind. She talked to her success partner, and I was like, Moppy, what was the difference between those last 2 days when she nailed Success Club? Moppy, you got 5 points in 2 days. Is that correct? Yeah, okay, you're muted, but just, yeah. So you can unmute yourself if you'd like. But
Yeah.
Okay, so she nailed Success Club in 2 days. And I asked her, in all seriousness, what was the difference between those 2 days and the other 28 days that you had to get Success Club? And what did you tell me, Moppy? What was the deciding factor?
I believed. I had no choice. It was gonna happen, and I talked to my success partner that Thursday night, and she was like, "What? You've been talking to people, you've been doing the right things. What makes you think that it's not gonna happen?" And I'm like, I don't know, the fact that it's 1 day away. But yeah, I believed. I went in with the right attitude. I went in to talk to these people that I had already started conversations with, but I was like, what, kind of like, why wouldn't you want this? This is all you need to get what you've been wanting for so long. So, that did it, I think.
And I think that the thing that I hear there is that Moppy helped. She wasn't pushy. She wasn't over the top pushy or anything like that. She was just matter of fact, and she demonstrated a belief in the product. And not only that, but she helped people want help through processing things, right? That's why we have customers, because they want help with their fitness. They reach back to us, or they message us because they're coming to us for help. So our job at that point is to share information with them to help them make a decision and lead them into making the decision that'll be absolutely best for them. And I can't tell you that I would tell anybody to just do a program by itself and not do Shakeology with that program. That's not giving that person the best chance at succeeding. So, I think if we position it like that and state it in some way, shape, or form around that, we'll definitely have a higher ratio of our orders being challenge packs with, obviously Shakeology. So does anyone have anything to add to that? Or if you want personal development areas or books on that, The Magic of Thinking Big and Think and Grow Rich, those are two excellent books that talk about having that mindset and how to carry yourself and everything like that. So those are two very, very good books. All right. Well, if nobody has questions, that's all I've got for tonight. So
I like the team t-shirts. Those are awesome.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
TNT.
that lady, I've had the hardest time. I was supposed to talk to her yesterday at 5. Supposed to talk